Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and as you can see, we are walking along Madison Avenue. I'm headed to Hermes to pick up my Holy Grail bag. So I'm walking past Laura Piana and Bottega Veneta, and I spotted this person with a mini Jody bag, which I didn't really like. I much prefer the large oversized Jody bag, but this person just makes this bag look so cool. This woman's pants in front of me are just giving me my whole life. I just love individual fashion and street style in New York. I'm fraternal twinning with both of these women. I have the smaller version of both of their bags, the gold Birkin 30 and the black Kelly 25 Retourné. You may be able to tell by the change in lighting and outerwear of the people on the street that this is actually a compilation vlog of the different times that I've gone to the Hermes store in the past 6 months or so. I mentioned in my previous video that in the past I would probably only go into Hermes maybe 3 times for the entire year, but I've found myself going to the store more frequently as the individual items that I've had on my wish list came into store. Because of stock levels, I can no longer count on those items just being there when I'm ready to buy them as they had been in years past. So on a few occasions when I went into the boutique in the last few months, I recorded some footage and put them all together in this video. I got stopped in my tracks by this tiny little pink Chanel bag. Tiny pink bags are living rent-free in my mind right now, but we'll talk a lot more about that later in the video. Here's where a lot of the luxury fine jewelry is on Madison, and here we're walking past Nello's, which is an Italian restaurant. The food is fine there, however the people watching is spectacular, especially if you want to see which celebrities are going in and out of Hermes. So here we are at the store. I'm just looking through the shoes. I'm only just noticing as I'm editing this video that they now make Etupe Oran sandals. I don't want any more Oran sandals, but how perfect would those sandals be for my Etupe Birkin? If you watch my last video, you know that I am loving the color Etupe. Now we're downstairs in the equestrian / leather department, and once again, if you look at the shelves, they're still pretty empty. I think they try their best to put random things so that the shelves don't look completely empty, like shoes or frisbees, but they're still pretty bare. And now we're in the private room. I'm carrying my Eton Kelly 28 for the occasion. My essay has gone out to get my bag, and I'll see you back at home where we will unbox together. I hope you enjoyed that mini vlog, so let's get into the unboxing. So if you watched my wish list video earlier in the year, you'll know that I was pretty ambivalent about whether I even wanted to request any Hermes bags at all this year, because I was feeling so much gratitude and contentment with my overall bag collection and especially my Hermes collection. So at the beginning of the year, I didn't request any bags, and I didn't plan to, even though, as you saw in my wish list, there are 2 or 3 bags that I would absolutely love to have. But my essay sent me a random offer, which was lovely and I thanked her for, but it wasn't something that I was looking for, so I turned down. So then she asked me, well, what are you interested in putting on your wish list this year? And so I mentioned the 3 bags that you heard about in my 2022 wish list, but I also said, no pressure, I'm in no hurry to get any of them. In fact, there are other items that I'm really interested in exploring this year. Bags aren't the biggest priority for me. But she took down my wish list and was very honest and told me that what I was requesting would be really hard for her to get for me, but she would try her best. Now, some time went by. She actually offered me another bag that I turned down, and it was in a beautiful light pink, but that wasn't my priority for this year. My essay told me that I could get that one, and if what's in this box comes in, she could offer that to me as well. But if I was going to get an Hermes bag this year, I wanted it to be the bag that was number 1 on my wish list. The other bag was my 3rd choice, but I really wanted to focus on what I wanted the most, even if that meant waiting a little longer, which was very different from my approach last year, in which I didn't get my number 1 choice, but I got both my 2nd and 3rd choice, which I was very happy to get. But I'm at a place where I'm so happy with my collection that I'm content to add absolutely nothing. And so if I'm choosing to add something, I want it to be at the very top of my wish list. Now, don't get me wrong, I have been thinking about that light pink bag ever since I turned it down. It is the one that got away, although I don't think that it was a mistake to turn it down because I'm very happy with what I got. So I'll tell you a little bit more about this offer after we unbox it. I asked you guys to guess what this bag is in my last Hermes unboxing video, and I feel like most of you guessed correctly. Maybe not the exact color combination, but because I've been going on about this bag for almost 2 years now, it was pretty easy to guess. And you definitely know what it is if you've watched either of my wishlist videos from the past 2 years. This was number 1 on my wish list last year. I didn't get it. And again, it was number 1 on my wish list this year. I've never waited so long for an Hermes bag. This has been about a year and a half in the making. Here we go. It is a Kelly 25 Cellier in black with palladium hardware. As I mentioned, I've wanted this bag for so long. It was very difficult to get. My SA was very honest with me last year and told me that I had 0% chance of getting it. But she told me last year there was a possibility that I would get it in 2022. And boy, did she come through. I was very specific about the specifications in that I only wanted black with palladium hardware. Originally, I wanted this bag in a taupe with gold, but once I got my taupe with gold Birkin 25, I did not want to repeat that same combination in a Kelly, and so this was the only combination that I put on my wish list. And if you're wondering if I would have taken it with gold hardware, I would not, for 2 reasons. I have a Kelly 25 Retourné in black with gold hardware that I love to wear crossbody really casually. This, I wanted a very different look. The palladium is very cool, crisp, clean, modern. The Cellier, I would never wear crossbody, and so that limitation also made my wait even longer. The other reason why I wouldn't want this bag with gold hardware is that I feel that it would duplicate the function of my favorite bag in my entire collection, which is my black medium lambskin classic flap with gold hardware. I love that bag so much that I want it to remain my only option when I want a small, somewhat dressy black bag with gold hardware and a strap. So of the 3 bags that you saw in my wishlist video that I gave my SA to work with this year, this was my first choice. My second choice was a Nata, Cray, or Baton Mini Kelly. Now my SA was very clear with me. She gave me a choice. I could either pick this bag or I could pick a Mini Kelly. But if I chose the Mini Kelly, she could not guarantee that I'd get the color that I wanted. But there was no way I was getting both in a year. And that was a hard choice because I love the look of the Mini Kelly, and because I don't own a clutch, that would fill a need that I have in my collection. But that is such an occasional bag for me that I can definitely live without it. So the decision came down to, if I only get 1 bag this year, and let's say I was not able to get any more Hermes bags in the future, would I want this bag or a Mini Kelly? And hands down, I would pick this bag. I know some of you may be very shocked by that choice, but I'm making my choices based on what I think I will get the most use out of, not what's most popular on Instagram or what has more value in the resale market. I'm solely thinking about what would be most practical for me. So when my SA gave me that choice, I had to think about what I truly wanted the most. And you and I both know that I have been talking about how much I wanted this bag for the longest. Just for fun, I'm going to insert a little clip from my Hermes sample sale haul last year, in which somehow I still managed to throw in how much I was really wanting this bag. My dream Hermes bag is a black Kelly Cellier with palladium hardware, and I feel like I'm manifesting that bag with these shoes because they would match perfectly. So I thought that was pretty funny for you guys to see, and here they are together, a perfect pair. I really like that I make wish list videos and talk about what I really want so that I know that I'm making decisions based on my wants and needs and not based on what's most popular on social media and or what's just offered to me at the boutique. If I came on here and unboxed a bright orange or purple Birkin, there would be no convincing you guys or myself that I didn't settle just because the bag was offered to me at the store, especially because I didn't even have a Birkin on my wish list. You would instantaneously know that I just took it because it was offered to me at the boutique and now I'm trying to justify my decision. So the fact fact that I make wish list videos and talk about what my ideal choices are keeps me honest, but also helps me to make hard decisions when presented with different options by my essay. I'm not sure I mentioned that it is in Epsom leather, although I will say that the Epsom on this bag is so different than the Epsom on my other bags that I'm still not completely convinced that it's not Madame leather, but I'll talk more about that when I eventually do an Hermes leather video. So now that I have the bag that was number one on my wish list, I thought it would be fun to talk about what's next on my Hermes handbag wish list for the rest of the year, bearing in mind that I am more than content with the collection I have now. I am really not pressed about getting any more Hermes bags, so this is just for fun and if the opportunity presents itself. I'm not going out of my way or planning to do anything special or engaging in any kind of 2-to-1, 3-to-1 spending. However, if my essay offered me another bag this year, I thought it would be fun to talk about what I would want, because that has changed since I posted my wishlist video in January. I already told you that the Mini Kelly in Nata, Cray, or Baton is a non-factor. My essay made it perfectly clear that I had to choose, that if I picked the Kelly 25 Cellier, there is 0% chance that the Mini Kelly would be an option for this year. So let's move on to my third choice, which I have big updates about. So I said that I wanted a Rose Sakura bag in pretty much any small sized bag. A Kelly 25, a Birkin 25, a Constance, a Mini Lindy. I just wanted that color in a very small sized bag. However, a huge wrench was thrown into that plan when my essay offered me a bag in the color Mauve Sylvester, which I alluded to previously when I said I was offered a light pink bag. The color Mauve Sylvester was not anywhere on my radar until I saw that bag. Now, I'm purposefully not telling you what bag it is because I was thinking about doing a video on all of the Hermes offers that I turned down and whether or not I regret my decision today. Let me know what you think of that idea. So I'll save the exact specs of that bag for that video. But what I will say for now is that it was a small bag in the color Mauve Sylvester. And she thought about me because she knew that I wanted the Rose Sakura bag, which of course is also light pink. Now, when I went to the store to see the bag, I was blown away by the color, especially because in person, the lilac undertone of the pink gave the bag a lot more depth of color than I was expecting. She and I were both really excited about this color. The lighting in the private room at my boutique is pretty bad, so she and I took the bag upstairs to look at the color in the light, and I was salivating at the color of this bag. Now, in a twist of fate, as I was trying on this bag, a woman walked by wearing a Rose Sakura Kelly 25, which is the exact specification of the bag that I thought that I wanted. I'm so happy that I was essentially able to see both of these colors side by side because it helped me with two decisions. Firstly, I realized that I actually liked the Mauve Sylvester more than the Rose Sakura, which was a complete surprise to me, but I had never seen the Mauve Sylvester in person before now. The second thing that I realized by seeing that Rose Sakura bag in person was that I didn't want a pink bag in a larger size. And I know a Kelly 25 or Birkin 25 are by no stretch of the imagination large bags, but for me, because I am not a pink person, even that size bag is a lot of pink. So I was able to cross the Birkin 25 and the Kelly 25 off my list, and in a pink bag, I want an even smaller size, ideally around the size of a Chanel Mini. I also remember saying that I would accept a Rose Sakura Mini Lindy. I like the Mini Lindy, but the more that I see it on people, I realize that I like it in neutral colors. So that bag has also been crossed off my list. You may be wondering why I don't want a Mini Kelly in Mauve Sylvester, and that's because for me, I'm not just getting the Mini Kelly because it's a super cute tiny Hermes bag. I'm also getting it because it's taking the place of a clutch in my collection. I don't own a clutch. I don't particularly like clutches. Now, I do use my smaller black Chanel bags as evening bags, which is why preferably I would not get a Mini Kelly in black, and I've never had even one occasion where I found myself needing a pink evening bag. bag. But I am really missing a lighter color evening bag. The last time I needed one, I had to borrow one because I didn't want to buy something that I didn't really love just for that one occasion. But the Mini Kelly would serve that purpose, but it could also be a fun summer bag or a travel bag. So all of this to say that I've narrowed down the pink bag that I want to either the Constance 18 or the Mini Roulis in Mauve Sylvester with any color hardware, although palladium would be my preference, but I'm open to hardware options. So that's the big wish list update, guys. I have completely taken Rose Sakura off my wish list. I've also completely removed a Birkin or Kelly in size 25 in any shade of pink. That's just too much pink for me. And so now I definitively want either a Constance or a Mini Roulis in Mauve Sylvester. So let me know what you think about this change to my wish list. Let me know what you think of my new bag as well. I'm completely enamored with it. Was this what you expected? Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel. That would make my day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.